come closer. Let me tell you the secret to becoming a lash millionaire.
New Volume Million Lashes from L'Oreal.
Become a lash millionaire, almost. Because you're worth it.
Every single season, we see the introduction of a whole very exciting new palette of colors coming in for makeup. This spring especially, we're seeing some really beautiful pastel colors, brights and bolds. And I think a lot of us are a little bit frightened about how to actually wear these colors every season. So what we're going to do this morning is show you how you can use a few little colors just to update your look, to stay on trend, but without feeling like you've stretched too far out of your comfort zone. Are you ready, Anya?
I'm ready.
One of the simplest ways to update your color look is by using nail varnish. So you can see we've got bright pink nails on Anya, bright blue nails on me, and we've got a great range of really fun, bright colors that you can use for summer. So now we're going to creep up slowly towards the base, okay? The next way that you can update your color palette is by doing your basic makeup and then experimenting with beautiful lipsticks. So we're seeing a lot of reds at the moment, and then we're also seeing the really pretty pastels. If you're not a red kind of girl, then I would go for one of these pastel brights, which you can just kind of whip on. It gives you a little sense of color without being too intense. So you know you're on trend, but you're not feeling crazy colory. So we've done a basic makeup, and now we're going to apply the color. Starting through the center of the lip, and you can see it's actually a lovely sheer wash of color. It's not too intense. It's got a nice pigment, but it's really pretty and actually quite soft. And what it does is it just brings the whole face up to trend with this little pop of freshness on the lips. And again, not too scary. You could very easily go out just like this with your beautiful pink nails, looking and feeling gorgeous. And the lovely thing about this color too is that it's buildable, and it's also lovely and moisturizing. So now we're feeling comfortable with nails, we're feeling comfortable with lips, we're going to move on to eyes. A great way to wear color on your eyes is to do a little liquid liner or a little powder liner just above the lash line. This gives you a tiny little pop of color, which references the trend, but doesn't slavishly follow it. I use a little brush in a powder liner. This is the Infallible Mono Liner, which goes on really beautifully. If you could close for me. I'm just going to go just above the lash line. You'll see as I'm working here, just adding a little bit of the color just into the lash bed of her eye. What's a lovely thing to do as well is just to add a tiny little hint of the color onto the inner corner of the eye too, and blend it off into the lash line. And you'll see this is really subtle. Runway makeup shouldn't be taken too seriously. You've got to find a way to build it into your daily routine that makes you look and feel really pretty. Now that you've experimented with your color liner, we can go a little bit further. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this onto the bulb of the eye. And these pots are brilliant because you can just stick your finger into them. You don't need brushes or anything like that. Close for me. Simple, just a little fingertip onto the bulb directly above the iris, which is just, again, simple, pretty, fun. Open up for me. There you go, little pop of color directly above the eye. Now that we know that color isn't scary, we're gonna knock it straight out of the park. Okay, we're gonna add purple to the mix, and don't look frightened. Don't you dare, you have to trust me by now. So again, a little bit of purple just onto the outer corners of the eye. And just remember, the same principles apply when you're using color as when you're using neutrals. We use dark to contour and light to highlight. So what I'm doing is I'm actually applying the darker shade to the outer corner of Anya's eye, which gives it a slightly smoky effect. Open for me. There we go. And we've got that beautiful shaded ocean style color across her eyelid. So there you go. Easy ways to wear color, and you can see that it's not terrifying at all. Finish off with a great couple of coats of mascara and you're good to go. Thank you so much, Anya.